going on, guys? Fetsus here, and today I'm bringing you guys another gameplay commentary. The gameplay you guys are watching in the background is a solo-ish double MOAB on the map Bootleg, playing some 6v6 kill confirmed using the MP7. I say solo-ish because I was playing with two other friends, but they were both running specialists, so still solo in my eyes, still cool gameplay. MOABs aren't really that fast, but I just needed a gameplay that was a bit longer. I think I ended up going like 51-1 or something like that, but it is 6v6 kill confirmed, so it's not the most fast-paced of game modes. But what I want to discuss with you guys today is a relevant news story. This actually just happened yesterday. And this news story actually got me, like, sick to my stomach reading it and how fucking disturbing this story was. So, gonna get right into it. CNN was the first place I had seen this. Pretty much these two 12-year-old girls, yes, two 12-year-old girls dragged another one of their friends, or not dragged, but tricked one of their friends that was also a 12-year-old girl into going into a forest with them in the middle of the night. They were having a sleepover, and they pulled a knife on her and stabbed her 19 times because the internet told them to do that. So let's go over a few things right there. Like I said before, these are two 12-year-old girls. It's not even the fact that they're girls, it's just the straight brutality at such a young age. I mean, this is unheard of. You know, maybe once in a while you hear about, like, some kid that snaps or whatever, like, at this age. But the fact that two of these girls had the audacity to trick someone into coming into the woods in the middle of the night and stabbing them 19 times. This is something, like, straight out of a horror movie, right? So the story behind it is that this had been something they had been planning for months. Not because they hated this girl in particular. I believe the article said they were actually friends before this. But there's a website called Creepypasta, right? You've probably heard of it. A lot of people, a lot of YouTubers like to read stories off of Creepypasta, and I'm trying to emphasize that point. It's a story, right? These are just made-up things. Whether or not they're true, I don't really know, but whether some of them are true or not. But basically, it's a collection of a bunch of different scary stories. This is where things like Slender started, and that's what this one is based on. Apparently, somewhere on this website, they told them for them to move up on the website, they had to kill someone or sacrifice someone to Slender. And apparently these girls had not learned that everything they see on the internet is not true. I blame the parents just as much as I blame the kids in this situation for just being awful fucking parents and role models for these people, to not teach them the difference between real life and the internet. That's such an important lesson that you need to learn at an early age, especially in today's world, right? Everything today, everyone, like, my little brother, right? He's 10 years old. Everyone in his class has an iPhone, right? He says at lunchtime, everyone just sits there on their phones and, you know, plays games on them and shit. Like, in today's world, it's just so important to know the difference between real life and the internet, right? That's such an important lesson to teach your children. And I understand not every parent's going to teach it, and, you know, not every kid's going to snap like this, but, like, for example, you playing video games, right? As a kid, you play a lot of Call of Duty, like little kids that play it now. And they have to know the difference between, you know, it being okay to shoot people in a video game and shooting people in real life. That's another issue. But, I mean, this is, like, right out of a horror movie. Two 12-year-old girls stabbing a girl, another one of their friends. And the article went on to describe that they had a bunch of other plans that hadn't come to fruition. One of them was they were going to put duct tape over her mouth while she was sleeping and cut her throat open. And these are little girls planning this. This isn't just the internet, you know, this creepypasta or whatever. It told them that they had to sacrifice someone to Slender. But these girls came up with these plans on their own. They were going to trick her into going into this park bathroom where there's a drain, so it would make cleaning up the body easier. I mean, this just absolutely got me sick to my stomach. Like I said before, this is just as much the parents to blame. I mean, nothing's gonna happen to the parents legally. You know, obviously they're gonna have to deal with the repercussions of what their kids did, but personally, none of them are going to actually have to go to jail or anything like that. These girls haven't been mentally evaluated yet. I don't see why they wouldn't. There's obviously something deeply, deeply wrong with them. I don't just blame the internet. There's really no way to trace who the person that told them to kill someone is. And there was no specific plot, like I said before. This is totally on them. They went and found, or whatever, they decided to pick this girl as their victim. They went ahead and they got this plan together to trick her into going into the woods during a sleepover, and actually, the girl wasn't killed. This is the miraculous part about this, right? So, she stabbed 19 times, and she was 1 millimeter away from death, which was an exact quote from the doctor. It was like a millimeter away from being stabbed in the chest. So this girl was able to crawl her way into like a street or near one, and a biker, thank God, stopped and saw what had happened. The little girl told her that she was stabbed. God knows how she was even able to speak at this point after being stabbed 19 times. So obviously she was brought into a hospital, and there she told them that, you know, the names of the two girls who have been sent to a juvenile correctional facility for now, and like a $500,000 bail or something like that. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen with these girls. Whether, obviously, as a kid, you can't actually get jail for life. This isn't something I totally agree with. I see the logic behind it, right? You know, you don't want to just, you know, kids, their morals and the way they view the world aren't exactly there yet at 12 years old, but there's a difference between, you know, snapping and killing a parent that beats you and tricking a friend and dragging her into a forest and stabbing her 19 times because the internet said so. There's a very clear difference between those two things, right? They're both obviously horrible, horrible things, but I don't know about this one. I would say life in prison, which isn't going to happen. I would say that's a pretty fair punishment, at the very least being checked into some kind of mental facility for, you know, a good portion of their lives, whether they have to be sedated by drugs, I don't really know, but this article just absolutely got me sick to my stomach. And of course the news and everything, media, they're trying to blame it on the internet, and, you know, obviously they're not going to be able to, what, are they going to shut down the fucking internet? Were they going to take away the internet like they try to take away guns? That's not going to happen, but they just, like, try to put the blame on stupid stuff like Slender Man, all that shit. But when it comes down to it, these two girls knew exactly what they were doing. They planned this all out like horror movie characters. And it's just an absolutely terrifying article, and I just wanted to give my quick thoughts on it. So that's all the time I have left for this commentary. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you're not already. That's all the time I have left. Peace. Oh, and remember to leave your thoughts on the article down below in the comment section. I'm going to put a link to the CNN article down in the description as well. That's all the time I have left. Peace.